afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Stryker Reacts to Stryker. I am the voice of Stryker, the latest voice of Stryker, Edward Bosco. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful live stream of Season 2, Episode 4, Western Energy of Helluva Boss. I appreciate the live audience that is in attendance. It's been a crazy day, and it's only going to get crazier because we have almost 20 minutes of a full Helluva Boss episode to go through. And we got a lot to break down. We got a lot of thoughts. We got a lot of questions. We got a lot of comments. And we're going to do that right now. But before we get started, I feel like there's something missing. I've seen a lot of these watch-along videos. I'm not a pro at them. I know my job. It's to stand in a booth and make noises so that people can react to me. So I think I need to be on screen for this. So if I just snap my fingers and pow! Oh, I'm here. I'm here. Hey, what's up? This is what I look like. I got a cowboy hat. I'm the most un-cowboy person you will ever meet. I promise you this. I promise you. That being said, I'm still going to try to get through this episode with as much yeehaw panaz as I can muster up. So right now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to get rid of this beautiful screen behind me, and I'd like to get the episode up on the screen. So how do I get it up on the screen? I gotta... Well, the snap thing was working, so if I just go boom! Well, would you look at that? I'm in the void. Hello! 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 Nice. Which means, I guess if I press play, it should be on the screen. Oh! There it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's beautifulness. All right, folks, we jumping in.
Stolas.
Stella. Witch.
Oh.
Fuck it! Imp! Sucker! Why did you insist on meeting me here?
Oh, boy.
We wanted to properly discuss the terms of this divorce. I feel my darling sister deserves a bit more compensation.
Man,
After
Stella
all,
don't deserve
you
jack.
cheat on the poor thing.
No.
Surely you owe.
And Dreelfers, cheating implies there was a betrayal. This woman never gave two shits about me or our very much arranged marriage. As far as I'm concerned, this divorce is far overdue.
Up yours.
Stella, for fuck's sake, stop making this harder to bullshit.
Howdy. Well, howdy. Sorry, that's not my line. Whoop! I won't miss again. Come back here. Woo! Got him.
Oh, dear, this is worrisome.
Oh, shit, Stolas. It's really not a good time, buddy.
I'm sorry it's a bad time yet again, Blitzy, but,
I seem to have found myself in a bit of a sitch. I'm tied on the back of a horse at the moment.
Lucky bitch.
well, no.
Well, we know
Rather
something new that
oddly,
Blitz is
I
into.
seem to have been
Good to know.
stolen by that little cowboy friend of yours.
Oh, which one?
How many cowboys do you know? What does he look like, Your Highness?
Sexy?
That's Stryker, sir.
That's Stryker, sir.
Can't you just get away? Aren't you powerful?
I believe he has me bound with blessed rope, which limits my ability to free myself, I'm afraid. So, I think
You should come save me.
Oh, shit, Stolas, I can't today. All right, I'm sorry. I'm literally on my way to take Luna in for her very important Helby's SHOT.
Blitz, who you kidding? You ain't helping out even if you could.
It took 5 for me to get this one, so, you know, and she's been doing a lot of field work, so, you know, she needs it.
Show of hands. Just show of hands real quick. Who actually believes that if he could, he would actually help? Yeah, my hand ain't going up. Moving on.
well, I do agree that is very important, but
You shut up already. I can hear you, by the way.
I agree with the sexy
Don't worry
imp.
about your lanky birdie. He's in good hands.
There goes one cell phone.
Oh, shit.
Cell phones are just dropping like flies in this episode, I noticed.
God damn it.
And there goes number 2 in a matter of about 10 seconds.
Sir, let me and Moxie handle this one.
Okay, are you too sure that you got this alone?
We can do it, sir. Together, we are a lethal combo.
Are
and
you,
we
though?
both have a score to settle with that dickhead.
All right, well, hurry. Stolas sounds like he might be in real shit this time, and knowing that guy's aesthetic, my money's that he's in wrath. Now get your asses down there and look for some cowboy crap or something.
It is cowboy shit, if we're making the reference that I'd like to make.
Come on, this will be over.
Again, big wrestling fan. You'll learn.
Christ on a stick of all the days for him to get his stupid feathered ass kidnapped. I have waited 5 fucking years for this appointment. Fuck me in my little red hole.
The passion. You could feel the passion from his head all the way down to his little red hole. We're not going to dwell on that.
Hi, the fuck you looking at? Hey, I'm here for that S-H-O-T for my toonie.
The what?
Ugh, the B-U-L-L shit that my daughter has to get every year that
You spelled the wrong word. You said the...
only allow us to schedule every 5 years. How the fuck you fuck up that bad anyway, titty haver?
Oh, I can't spell.
We'll get back to
I
that.
can't read either.
The hell bees shot, you fucking really can't say that word anymore. The appointment.
So I appreciate the nod to when they made that joke already and said the word when we don't say that word anymore. But I appreciate that they kind of gave a nod of like, yeah, our bad in the form of a joke. And it shows character development for Blitz. See, he is kind of a decent person underneath all the other stuff. Let's continue.
The appointment is under Blitz.
I don't see any Blitz on the list.
With an O. It's silent, you fucking.
Oh!
I thought you just said you couldn't spell or read.
Right here. Yep. Blitzo. Blitzo.
So the one thing you can read and
we will be
write
ready
and
for her
speak
in
is
just a
his
bit.
name
Please
with an
take
O.
a seat, Mr. O.
Oddly specific.
Perf.
It's like that joke of like, oh, you speak English. It's like, nope, just that sentence and this sentence explaining it. What? Okay. It's like, I can only spell and read your name with an O. Wait, what? Huh?
Oh, don't worry, Looney. It's okay. It's just one little
Aw,
prick. You won't
Luna.
feel it.
He's just a
don't
good
say
girl.
that. It sounds vulgar.
Excuse me.
Pervert.
Oh, here we go. I love this song.
He's galloping over the dusty plains. Even the cacti know his name. If you don't
Bum, ba-da, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, bum.
the best assassin in the ring of wrath. He's
Striker. He's Striker. Or shooting, darn tootin', his name is Striker.
Gonna bring that bird back to his life.
Player.
with his magic rope and his western flame.
It's so good.
He's very good at causing pain. And he loves to ride on the choo-choo.
So I just like to point out, I've watched some watch-alongs and I've seen some commentary about, wait, why would he hate the fact that this mariachi band is like following him around and singing and a whole bunch of stuff? Well, take a look at this freeze frame. You can already tell he, and possibly the horse, I think Bombproof might also be annoyed. If they followed you around your entire life, and like by entire life in hell, I assume that's eternity, I think at some point you'd get a little bit annoyed if you never got a break from it. So I can understand that. I think it's like a novel idea to start, and then it's the kind of thing that eventually wears out. But I like that they foreshadowed what's about to come with this frame right here, and if you blink, you might miss it.
What are you dealing?
Prince Stella. He's a villain.
It's true, even Stolas is annoyed.
He's fast and strong and tall and mean.
Or impressed.
Tallest imp you've ever seen. He'd break your bones to hear him crunch. He likes to eat magic for lunch. He's Striker. Oh, yeah.
Get down with your bad self.
He's Striker.
Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to do my fucking job! You coming in here singing about me for the millionth fucking time! Leave me the hell alone, you freaks!
The millionth fucking time. Oh yeah, they've been doing this for a while. I don't know when they started, but I get it. I feel this energy. This very Western energy. Although, props on the run. That was very impressive. That's also the most me line in the whole show so far. Of any line I've had to deliver, that probably had the most me energy. I love it.
How does one get their own theme song?
Well, Stolas, you have to be a badass.
So, yeah, nice weather we're having, huh?
Look, Mommy! They let fire
till it's in here.
Oh, that's messed up.
Fuck did you just call me?
It's not polite
I mean, yeah.
calling that to their face, honey. Wait until we're in the car.
You got a problem with me?
There is a child present, you filthy Rathian.
Oh, I am not from Wrath, bitch. Also, my kid's here too, and I don't think she would appreciate you calling her father things.
Is there any way we can reschedule for a time when less of the unemployed rabble are out?
Oh, please.
Wow.
I bet the hardest
All
work
right,
you've
lady.
ever done is convincing your husband that little shit's his.
Oh, yeah? And what do you do that's so important?
Me? Oh, I kill people.
Yes, chat. Racism detected.
Sound, whore.
Mr. Owl, the doc will see your hound now.
Oh, here we go.
Promise. I'll grab the gas, Millie. Go and see if anyone's seen Stryker anywhere.
Here comes the biker gang.
Hey, queer boy! You stealing my hat?
What?
Same hat!
Oh, sorry. My wife just put this hat on my head. You know, because it was...
What worries me is I can actually see this going down in real life.
So we're doing this, huh?
Howdy, boys. Y'all seen this motherfucker riding around here? No singing. Just a yes or no, please.
Yeah, he lives out by the Bad Man Lands in the old train tunnel, near the mine shafts. Very outlaw aesthetic. You can't miss it.
Props to Moxie. Like, that's impressive. Good
Thank you
moves.
kindly. Come on, Mox, we got a lead.
Oh, pop. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, here we go. In the lair.
So, my wife paid you for this, Wouldn't a holy bullet have sufficed? Or could you not afford those?
I was paid to give you the real royal treatment. Your wife must really hate you.
You have no idea.
No, I do have a little bit of an idea. She did
Train
kind of pay me to
tracks?
kill you.
Really? Seems a bit cliche, doesn't it?
It's a classic.
Is the giant statue of yourself also a classic, or...?
So, it gets better. Hang on. We'll talk about it in a second.
Are you seriously judging me right now?
So, it's at this point where you just gotta wonder, the statue was enough, but did you have to put a coat rack on it? I don't know what else needs to be said, but Stryker, I'm gonna have to say maybe tone it down just a little bit, buddy.
I'm just impressed. You seem to want to suck your own dick this badly.
All right, listen, bit.
Not every ring is some fancy-ass city with some fancy-ass mansion that only fancy-ass royals get to live in. Some of us have hard lives to live. And some of us have everything we care about taken away by fuckers like you.
Now, before we go any further, also one of my favorite lines, it's a very long line, but one of my favorite lines in the show is right there, because you finally get some insight into Stryker, and obviously he has an issue with royals, which we haven't really flushed out a lot until that moment right there, which I was really excited to read about. I was like, oh, so this is what he's all about. And it makes the dynamic of him having to work for a royal, but also kill royals and all that stuff. You have to kind of play the game to beat the game kind of a thing. And we'll get into that later because there's also a really good scene later on. I love the sequence that's about to take place because it's the most ruthless we've ever seen Stryker. And I think it kind of gives you guys an insight into just how personal something like this can be. Because, again, the whole royal thing, this is personal. Like, there's business, there's personal. This is a little bit of both. So, I really like this scene. I really like the way that he kind of goes about his business, we'll say. And I'll show you what I mean in just a second.
I have no...
Yep. There it is. Yep.
You don't get to talk over me. I don't have to listen to your bullshit. All you royals ever do is try to talk over us. Don't bother trying your little eye trick on me. Those robes ain't gonna let you do anything.
Also love that line.
Got something to say about that?
Your Highness.
Well,
Right in the...
you seem to be forgetting. You are working for a royal right now.
So, quick comment about that, because I've also seen this brought up a little bit. I thought that was really interesting because people are like, well, yeah, why would you work for a royal if you hate the royals? Ah, you hypocrite. Well, a little bit of a hypocrite, but also I think, and again, I don't know much more than you guys do, so I'm speculating just like the rest of the fans. If I had to guess, I think this is a case of you have to, like I said before, you have to play the game to beat the game. If the royals hold all the money and all the power and all that stuff, and you're trying to like get up that ladder and eventually like overthrow everything, sometimes you have to work within the system to get to where you need to be. So while yes, he's a hypocrite, I don't know if that's specifically why he's doing it, is because he's trying to work the system or if there's some other angle. But my guess would be you can't really topple the top from the bottom, so you have to rise through the ranks. And yeah, you might have to work for a couple of royals to take out a couple of royals, but if you get into the right position, hopefully then you can disrupt the system. That would be my guess. And you could see that he wasn't happy about that comment. So he knows on some level, like, yeah, I have to do this and I don't want to. So that's why I would guess he's playing the game. But let's continue watching.
Blitz handles me rougher than that in bed. Nice try. Blitz's knife is bigger and hits so much deeper.
All right, look.
Smartass, Because once I split your neck open and let you choke on your own blue blood, you won't be worth any more than the tombstone you'll be buried under.
Blitzy says far dirtier things to me with much sharper objects at my throat.
So I'm going to pause it right there. I know I'm pausing during a lot of the Striker stuff, but this is probably the most insight I can give you because I'm not really a lore junkie when it comes to Helluva Boss. There's way smarter people out there than I am. So this I really like because you could see that Stolas was just putting on an act, but he understands the trouble that he is in. I also really like this scene because, well, a lot of people say, well, they really changed what Striker was all about. I think they evolved what Striker was all about, and there's a lot of theories as to whether this is the real Striker or whether he's the suave guy you met the first time or whether it's a combination of both. What I like about this is it shows that he's affecting Stolas in a way that nobody else, to my knowledge, in the show has. Stolas is in a bad place. Blitz ain't coming. Nobody's coming. And I think he's starting to realize that, and he realizes that this could be the end. And I think this is the first time you see Stolas really worried about himself. We will continue watching and see what happens. But I love that little tear. I thought it was very well played.
And this must be Tuna.
Luna, yeah, and you can hurry up, please. She's a fan of shots, so let's try and make this quick for all of our sakes.
Oh, come now. It can't be that bad. I see hellhounds every day, and there hasn't been one that has caused any issue.
I don't think that's true. I think you're probably lying. Oh, well.
Yep, right there. Told you, dipshit.
So,
let it go. Oh, wait, wrong story.
Was that you?
Guilty, yes, it was.
You silly minx, you. Though, you know, if your husband dies, it won't turn out well for you.
He'll be dead. Why wouldn't it?
Because, my dear
Stella,
sister,
you are
you've already produced
obnoxiously
an heir.
dumb.
When he dies, his duties, his possessions, his allegiance, it will all pass to the earth. So, if you kill him, you would...
Laugh?
No, you stupid cow! You did nothing! Oh, you're so lucky you're attractive.
This is the epitome of the Scar line, I'm surrounded by idiots.
He won't leave me anything willingly. He hates me almost as much as I hate him.
Well, this kind of situation is extremely unique. Goetia has never behaved like this before. But with him alive, we have options, opportunities. Eternity is a long time, my dear. I say we bide our time and wait for the chance to gain the upper hand.
Oh, but I want him dead so badly!
And
She
he
is
will
such a
be
child.
in time, my fiery vixen. But patience first.
No, don't ruin this for me! Don't! All right, here we go.
Well, this has been fun. But every good thing has to come to an end. Shame you won't see your kid again.
Don't you dare breathe a word about my daughter.
Ooh, finally hit a nerve, huh?
I swear, if you go near her, I will destroy you.
So, I love this scene. And Bryce did such an amazing freaking job in this scene. I love that the thing that finally gets under Stolas' skin is that Stryker talks about his daughter. It's that situation of you can do whatever you want to me, but you leave my kid out of this. And Stryker keeps pushing all these buttons, and Stolas is able to bat them away. But once he goes after the kid, oh, you don't mess with Octavia. That's when Stolas is like, you done fucked up. But I love the back and forth between these two. And again, I like that Stryker has the upper hand because, again, Stolas is like one of the most powerful people in the show. And this is the first time that we really get to see him vulnerable and weak and beat up. And think about it. I'll use some wrestling terms. When you're the heel, your job is to get the babyface over. Stolas, everybody loves Stolas. He's trying to be a good dad, but he's struggling. He's dealing with a wife that doesn't love him and has hated him since the moment they were put together. He's trying to explore his feelings for Blitz, and then like everything is against him right now, and he's trying his hardest. He's just out here on the grind. To have Stryker then digging this knife in both literally and figuratively, it really makes you feel for Stolas. Like, it's a really good dynamic. Stryker is like the perfect heel for Stolas to make you continue to empathize with him. You're like, dude, hands off the bird, because we all want Stolas to succeed. So I really like this scene and the way that plays out. And you'll see as it goes.
Big talk, but just that. Any last words, Goisha?
Blitz. Will.
That rodeo clown told
He
you
ain't coming.
Nobody
before.
is coming.
Bye, baby.
Hello?
Change of plans, darling. I need the prick alive.
That, every time I watch that is... Visual comedy is just so wonderful when you get it right. But the, like, side glance of, like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. I loved it. I didn't know that they were going to do it that way, but it was so good.
I'm kind of in the middle of killing him.
Well, stop it. We need him alive to get some affairs in order. I will pay you more to spare him and bring him to us.
Yes, ma'am.
Glorious.
Stryker ain't happy. And that's cell phone number 3.
Good news for you, Feathers. Your royal says she don't want you dead no more. But she didn't say what condition you had to be in. I think these reds might be a pretty trophy. Can't have you seeing me again, can we? Hmm?
Oh, don't ruin this for me! No! I mean, yay! It's the heroes! So, before we get into this, first of all, again, love the scene with Stolas. Second of all, that's a heck of a shot. Third of all, I love this fight scene. I don't want to interrupt it, but I love the song that plays, the first song, because it's very westerny. I like the fact that they changed the song mid-thing. I like just I don't know the actual artist that boarded and animated and background and everything, but all of you did a phenomenal job on this scene. I remember looking through the script and going, oh, this is going to look so good animated. And I got a sneak peek at the storyboards, and I was like, oh, this is going to look really good. Then I saw the episode and just, brah! It's so good. It's like something ripped out of an anime. It's so cool. Let's take a look. Hit my music! Also, shout out to, I think Silverhound did this song, didn't they? Same person who did Radio Play. It's a bop. It's a very drastic change, and I would have preferred the other song, but that's a bop. It's an earworm, as they say. Yes. My personal favorite is where he goes around the tracks, which is coming up. It's gonna be great. Oh, that's unfortunate. Go, yo. Again, why is it always a handicap match? You guys can't fight me one-on-one? Get him, Striker, right here. Let's go. Boom. Yeah. How many times does he need to whoop y'all before you learn? Nope. Oh, here comes another great line. In a minute. Woohoo! Ride him, Blitzo! Uh-oh. That's a great transition.
Oh, I remember how easy you are to choke the life out of, little one. Oh, harder.
Can we just go back for a second because I can't?
Oh, I remember how easy you are to choke the life out of, little one. Oh, harder.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I are angry for two reasons. Number one, that was hysterical. But number two, I don't know if that was meant to be a has-been reference thrown in there. It might have just worked out that way. But I immediately thought of Angel and I went, oh, I can hear that delivery and I hear this delivery and it's the same, like, stop. I had the Striker reaction, which is why he has the reaction that he does. He's like, wait, what? And if you take your eyes off the prize, this happens. No!
Fuck. Oh, crumbs! We have to get him to a hospital.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Oh, here comes another amazing line. I love that shot of the feathers.
Sir, are you okay?
Oh, Peachy. Yeah, no, today's been wonderful. What the fuck was that about?
Stolas got hurt bad.
Stolas got what? Ow. He can get hurt?
So, I need to pause it there because, first of all, props to Brandon because that is such a great delivery. It's subtle. There's not a lot to it, which makes it very real. It's that just in the moment kind of a thing. Amazing. I've watched a couple of watch-alongs, and again, I've seen some commentary about the episode and people giving their thoughts and opinions. And a lot of people are divided on this line. Some people really like it. Some people feel like, how could you not know that he was able to get hurt because Striker had already tried to kill him once? I think it's twofold. So number one, and again, just my opinion, I don't know anything more than you guys do. Number one, I think this is that moment of realization where in the back of our heads, we all have that person where we think they're invulnerable. I'll give you guys an example. Walter Payton was a very famous football player for the Chicago Bears. Everybody thought he was invincible. Everybody thought he would live forever, great shape. And unfortunately, there was a disease that took his life very early in 1999. And we couldn't believe that he was sick as a city. Like, people can get sick at any time, but like, it's the realization like, oh, wow, even this person can be sick or can be hurt. You know it logically, but it's another thing to feel it and to see it and to go through it. And for the longest time, Stolas was invincible. Like, yeah, somebody tried to kill him, but we were there to stop it. And we don't know if that would have worked in the first place. It always works out. And for the first time, it didn't work out. And he's in trouble. So this is that realization. Number two, I think this works on multiple levels where it's not just the physicality of he can be hurt physically. You'll see later on as we get towards the end, he's hurt emotionally. And I think this line works both ways. Even if Blitz doesn't know it, it kind of shows both ways that not only can he be hurt physically, he can be devastated emotionally no matter how invincible he might be physically. So I really like this line. I think if you read into it too literally of like, well, of course he can be hurt. Right. But when you see it happen, it kind of hits you different. And I think that's what they were trying to go for. And I really enjoyed it. And again, to each their own, but that's kind of the way that I interpreted it. And I thought Brandon nailed it. So let's do the home stretch. This is such a beautiful end scene. I'm getting Italian with the hand signs. If you guys haven't paused and read through this, I would highly recommend it. I think the music says it all, man. Like, that's... The part that really gets me is not even just all the texts when you read through them, because that's emotional in the first place. It's the fact that Blitz went to type, and you think for just a moment that he might do the right thing and say something encouraging or say, I'll come see you, and then he stops typing. And we've all seen that. We've all felt it on some level where somebody types something to you and you see it, and then they stop and they don't say anything else. But you also don't want to make it awkward by responding back and saying, what were you saying? What was that? You just kind of have to sit there with that. And I think that's what really got me, was he was so... the thought was in his head and he stopped. Man, oh man, oh man. I mean, shout out to the whole crew, guys. Like, the music, the art, the writing. About to ruin everything. Hi, guys. So that was Season 2, Episode 4, Western Energy. And all I could say is, man, what a really fun episode. And again, I really appreciate the opportunity to come in as Stryker and to be able to provide something to this amazing show, because obviously it was good way before I got involved with it. So I'm just glad to be yet another piece of the puzzle. I really enjoyed this episode. I know I'm super biased, but I wanted to do a watch along with you guys, and maybe I'll do a couple more in the future, because this was really, really fun. I'm glad we were able to get through it. I'm glad we had no technical hiccups at all. Nothing weird happened. So thank you guys so much. Make sure to comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about everything that went down. And make sure that no matter what your comments are, be respectful, whether you agree or disagree with anything that I said, or whether you have your own takes on stuff. I'd love to hear it, so make sure you post those down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, you know, the whole YouTube thing. And thank you so much, and who knows, maybe Episode 5 will be right back here doing it again. We'll catch you on the next one. Later, guys!